they were.
The playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked.
I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
I just hope we can win a game.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Cause I'm tryna live better. Certain people throw shade on me. I'm just tryna live my life. I just wanna do what's right. Just because I'm tryna live better. Certain people throw shade on me. I'm just trying to live my life, keep it positive and progress in life. But since I'm doing better, so many people hate.
Yes, sir. Like always, man, music provided by TA Slash. Check them out on SoundCloud and Reverbnation. Reverbnation. Crazy Taz. In fact, I'm going to let you go ahead and just say it. I can't get that right for nothing, man.
Okay, so check me out on Reverbnation and SoundCloud. More music is coming to Reverbnation because I see some people is listening to the channel. So I'm going to, I've been holding back a lot of music that I'll release throughout the year. So here in a minute, I'm going to release a lot of music that I've been holding back onto my Reverbnation. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And on top of that, I'm going to release a lot of stuff that me and D is doing too. So look out for that on the channel too.
Check it out. Be ready for that, man. Like I said, the music was hot back then and it's still hot now. So check them out. Reverbnation and the other channel. SoundCloud. Information will be down below. And we just want to welcome y'all to another episode of O.D.P. Sports Talk with the Truth and TA Slash.
The fat flashy one.
Remember, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, be on the lookout for Spotify. Going to be coming soon. You'll be able to listen to us on audio. And also, if you want to be a part of the show, got any ideas, hit the email, odp78@yahoo.com. And also, like and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below. We'll definitely appreciate that. And stuff like that helps the channel grow. And hit that notification bell so when we drop, you'll definitely know. So, with that being said, out of the way, let's get it, cuz. Good to see you again, man. How was your week?
You know, same old, man. Doing stuff I should be doing, doing stuff I shouldn't be doing.
That's
you
what's
know
up,
how that
man.
go with me,
yeah,
man.
That's what I don't know if you can tell, the difference in my voice, but
I can definitely tell.
Yeah, I've been kind of stuffy the last about a month. I went out my backyard. I had a lot of these thick trees and vines and stuff like that. Yeah, so I went and bought me this pole saw because a lot of it was high. So it was, all around my fence and stuff like that. And I went out there without putting no mask or nothing on my face. So I've been really congested because of that, man. I was out there for hours. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling better. I'm sounding a little better. I'm still a little congested, man, but I feel better. So that's what's up. So today's lineup, man, NBA Finals and also the not firing, but Frank Vogel was hired as Phoenix coach, and they also let Paul go. So that's the lineup for today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's get it. So we want to start with these finals, man. Today is Game 5. Denver's up 3-1. I think they're going to close it out today and host the trophy at home. So what you think?
I'm thinking they will too. I just hope we don't end up eating the crow again, like we did with them fights. Yeah. But it's one of those things to where Miami is just way outclassed.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
they way outclassed, and they can't stop the tandem of Jokic and Murray, bro. But do you know they set a record with that whole 30 triple-double thing?
I was actually going to talk about that, man, because I don't think not too many people was talking about that.
That's crazy. Nobody talking about that.
Yeah, and the thing about it, man, they damn near shot identical. 12 from 21, 12 from 22 from the field. Both had 10 assists.
That's crazy. 10 rebounds.
Yeah,
right?
10 rebounds, and Jokic had 21. So they both had triple-doubles. You know what I'm saying? 32 points, 32 or 34 points. Oh, they show. Okay, I mean, I wish we had these little highlights watching on the TV. The Mayweather fight. We was talking about that on the last show.
Oh, I bet it just caught my eye.
Yeah,
right in the middle of recording. I'm like, oh snap.
Yeah, we're going to find out more about that and talk about it. Cause like I said, I just found out about that the other night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, actually, when I woke up this morning. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, these guys back to the NBA. These triple doubles. You know what I'm saying? 12 from 21, 12 from 22 from the field, 32 and 34 points.
Yeah.
Triple double, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's like amazing, man. Like,
It is,
I don't think I ever really seen something like that with two players on the same team.
Nobody has ever did it.
That's like a record in the finals, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say like players like Murray and Denver, and they don't get the respect as if someone on the Lakers did it or Boston or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a heck of a accomplishment. And as far as Miami, like when they got that game in Denver, I really thought that they were going to have the momentum and bring the, go up 3-1 at home. You know what I'm saying? And, because it was tied 1-1. It was going back to Miami. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, ooh, they got a chance of either going up tied 2-2 or going 3-1. But one thing I say about Denver, man, they buckle down defensively and they be holding Miami to under 100 points a lot of these games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like with me, I think like it was more like a filling out process.
Filling out for who? For Denver?
Yeah, for Denver. They wanted to see what they was going to bring.
Yeah.
And like I think they really underestimated them because they weren't expecting to lose at home.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So like I always say about Miami, you know what I'm saying? Although I really don't respect Jimmy Butler's game at all.
you gotta respect a little bit, man. He's been hooping, man. I gotta give him that.
I do a little bit more than I did.
You don't respect him as a superstar. People call him a superstar, right?
He's definitely not a superstar though, because like he don't show up when it's time for him to show up. Like the other day, game 3, bro. Like when they did that triple double thing, like he was playing lackluster. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he's been like that too, man. But he'll disappear for long stretches of the game. But I think he do come through in a clutch though. Like I always say, like game 2 when Miami won, I did think like saying that fourth quarter, I felt like Miami had some help. You know what I'm saying, from the refs, with them questionable calls, man. Yeah. But he disappeared from most of the second and third, and he showed up in the fourth. He had some key baskets with help from the ref. You know what I mean, with the ref. But yeah, I mean, like all playoffs long. I mean, I call Butler one of my dogs throughout the playoffs because he's been doing his thing.
He definitely deserves to be the dog of the playoffs. Besides Jokic, he's the second dog of the playoffs because he's just been playing phenomenally. But sometimes he just don't show up, man.
Yeah.
It's like a low level James Harden. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Butler's a low level.
That's what I'm saying. It's like because you know how James Harden don't really show up in the playoffs at all.
Yeah,
at least
just disappears.
Yeah, like at least Jimmy Butler does show up when he wants to show up. Like maybe it's the defense that stops him or something. I don't know what it is with Jimmy Butler, but for everybody to be saying that he Michael Jordan's son or he's Scottie Pippen's son and stuff like that.
Son.
You know what I'm saying? Like people like you that love to say that. Like my dude Richie, man, he love to say that too.
It's just funny to hear people say that, man.
It is. It's funny to the mud, but it's like Pippen and Jordan never didn't show up. They always showed up. Yeah. No matter if it was defensively or it was offensively.
On one side of the court, they would show up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying?
Yeah.
So they never played 100%
right
to their ability. Like I feel like Jimmy Butler don't really play 100% to his ability because I think he a diva, bro.
I don't know. I'm gonna credit a lot of him not showing up to the defense too, because when you balling, people are gonna play more D on you. They're gonna step their D up on you to try to stop you. So I think I can contribute that to teams D'ing him up. You know what I'm saying? Like bring some double teams. Or because it was I forgot who. It's a tall dude. I can't think of his name. He comes off the bench, but they put him on Butler. He's been like giving Butler trouble.
Tall dude.
If I seen, I just can't think of his name right now.
Is he light skinned?
Yeah, light skinned, little caramel complected dude. You know what I'm saying?
Aaron Gordon.
No, not Gordon.
It's not the dunker. It's
it's not the.
It's Michael
dunker.
Porter.
Is it Porter? I think it is Porter. Yeah. I think it is Porter. Yeah. Or no, is it some dude on their bench named Williams?
Williams.
Is it? I thought his name started with a W, but it could be Porter or somebody. I know it's one of the light skinned divas. You know what I'm saying? But they give Butler trouble. When he gets in, he's D'ing Butler up. You know what I mean? So I credit the defense to a lot of him disappearing. You know what I mean? And then when he get that moment, he shows up. You know what I mean? Like they're lacking off defense or you lose focus, whatever. He can hit them shots. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, but I say like I wrote down some numbers. Like him and Bayou has really been playing their hearts off. You know what I mean? Like only game Butler really didn't perform was game 1. He had 13 points, but Bayou had 26, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, and Butler, you know. Game 1, he also contributed with 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. So 13, 7, and 7. Not real good, but not too bad. You know, he had 7 assists. You know what I mean? That's setting up points. You know what I mean? Game 2. I think also the key to Denver winning is that they started shutting down Vincent.
That too. But it's another thing too that really ain't nobody saying. Only person I seen say this was Skip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it. Denver out rebounded Miami. 58 rebounds to 33 rebounds.
Yeah. That's that's
terrible.
Yeah, that is. That's key. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say like with Golden State, they ain't got nobody to get bored. So the Lakers had their way with them. You know what I'm saying? So you need the big man to ever to get them bored. So those are stats that, you know, make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like defensive rebounds, Denver's getting a rebound. That means Miami's not getting extra offensive shots. You know what I mean? So yeah. But tonight, game 5, we may have this video posted before the game tonight, but it's game 5. Denver's up 3-1, so I think they're back at home. So I don't think Miami's got any gas left to pull it out. So I think Denver is going to host the trophy tonight at home. So, you know,
we're going to have a robot as the MVP. So everybody get ready for it.
Drago.
Everybody might as well say all hell the robots. All hail the robots.
When I hear Jokic talk, man, he just sounds so much like Ivan Drago, man. That's why I be saying that.
I don't pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Every time, you're the only person that say that, so it's like honestly, I've never heard this man talk.
Yeah, I heard him. I was driving my truck one day, heading out of town, and it was one of the games they won, and it was an interview with him, and he was talking. I'm like, man, that's Ivan Drago, man. You will lose, I must break you. I don't know if you saw that thing I posted. It was like it was showing Rocky fighting Ivan Drago, but they had Jokic's head on Ivan Drago, and it had Jimmy Butler's head.
We've been sharing a lot of stuff back and forth to each other, so it's been a lot of funny stuff we've been seeing on Facebook, man. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that Denver's going. I really thought Miami would have took them 7 games, probably would pull out, but they didn't get no games. They didn't win no games at home. Denver buckled down defensively, stepped it up, and big ups to Denver. Like I've been saying, they're the better team. They've been a better team throughout the league all year. You know what I mean? And they deserve to get this. They fought hard for it. They deserve to have the victory. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought, even whoever came out of the East, I always felt Denver was going to get the title. But the way Miami was playing, I'm like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have nothing left in them. We'll see tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they'll get one and force a game 6. So I don't know, but I highly doubt it.
If they do, you know what I'm saying? That's them being the dogs biting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they always find a way to scratch and claw back into it. But it's just one of those things. I feel like Jamal Murray and Jokic ain't having it, bro.
Nah,
the way, like we all know that Jokic and Murray is dog.
Yeah,
they both like the team leaders, but everybody else been playing good. Like Aaron Gordon led the game. I think it was game 3. He had the most points in game 3.
Did he?
Yeah, he had the most points. He was like leading that whole game offensively. You know what I'm saying? They was running the offense through Aaron Gordon. Not through Jokic, not through Murray, through Aaron Gordon. And he was taking it. And he was just sitting there going in for rebounds, throwing passes, everything, bro. He had a good game.
And that's one of the reasons why Denver had lost that game too, because they made Jokic the game, instead of letting the game flow through Jokic, they made him primary scorer. He had more points, 4 assists. You know what I mean? He wasn't, he wasn't getting everybody so involved. So, you know what I mean? Like, but big ups to Denver. I think they're going to get the title tonight. You got anything else you want to add on the finals?
No, I just got this to say. All hail the robot. All hail the robots. That's it.
Different than that. That's what's up. So let's get into Chris Paul being let go by Phoenix, and also Frank Vogel being hired as the coach. What's your thoughts on that?
Like, I don't really care for Frank Vogel that much. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like look into him that often, but in order for him like to be fired and then hired by another team, it got to be something good about him. So,
what kind of offense does he run? Is he that type of coach that will fit in well with Kane, the way KD and the way Murray, not Murray, but what's the
Devin Booker?
Booker. You know, like the way they run. Is he going to be able to bring his system in and make it work with those players?
I think he will, but it's all about if KD and Booker is going to be able to accept it. Because, like, I don't, like, as much as I, like, love KD as a player, he got this whole diva way to where he don't always accept how the coaches want him to play.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's how it was with Steve Nash. They was not listening to Steve Nash at all. And you know what I'm saying, down in Brooklyn.
But some players aren't meant to be coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody shouldn't, at the end of the career, should be done. Everybody's not meant to go into anchoring, you know what I'm saying, coaching, you know what I'm saying? None of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, once your career done, look at MJ. Like, he's never really been a good owner since he's left. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why, because his presence, who he is, intimidates players.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of, I mean, like with Steve Nash, when he got that job, I'm like, you know what I mean? So it is crazy the way he went out. You know, players complaining about him, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like you say, you know, going behind it, you know, players going and, you know, talking about getting coaches fired and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. We'll see next season how it turn out. My thing about with Chris Paul, though, with him getting let go, I don't know if it was a money thing. I know he's an older player. He's aging. You know, he did get some injuries, but he was a contributor. Even though, like I said, they got Booker starting, I don't know. Like, maybe you could have kept Chris Paul, let him run the second offense off the bench. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean,
I think it's because I don't know how much you follow Chris Paul, man. Like, throughout the years, man, he just been having mad hamstring problems. It's always that hamstring. And it always happens in the playoffs. That hamstring always pulls or something with that hamstring. It happens in the playoffs every year.
Every year, huh?
It's like the third time in a row. It's like the third time in a row. So I'm pretty sure they was probably like, man, we can't deal with this dude always pulling that hamstring. Let's get rid of him and try to bring in somebody better. Like
more younger.
Yeah, like I'm thinking, like, all right, so from what I've been reading and looking into, I think he's gonna go play with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And then
they're gonna amp them up to be the favorites to win the title again next year.
Nah, because if the Suns get D'Lo and probably like Mo Bamba or somebody else for Chris Paul, I feel like the Suns will like probably be the favorites, because they talk about getting rid of DeAndre Ayton too, because he don't get along with the staff, and that's the reason why they, you know what I'm saying, their coach had got fired, because DeAndre Ayton didn't like him.
But it's hating.
You know what I'm saying? Like DeAndre Ayton be acting mad diva-ish too, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on with the league. All these players think that they better than what they really are. Like, DeAndre Ayton is good, but he's not like great.
Yeah, you're not that dude to be, you know, demanding stuff. You know what I mean? Like you ain't there yet.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I mean?
It's just like, I don't understand it, but like from what I see, I think it's gonna be like a sign and trade thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I think is gonna happen with Chris Paul, because I don't even think the wave completely went through yet.
And also too, like with this going on, like, you know, you talking about him having his hamstring injury, you know what I mean? Like, look at the minutes they were playing him and KD.
Yeah, I remember you always
you know what I mean?
that.
So that contributes, you know what I'm saying? You're playing this, you're not going to the bench, you know, you're playing these guys 40 plus minutes.
Yeah.
You know, they're older, you know what I'm saying? Of course something's going to happen, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, you're playing the man like he's a young man. I mean, like, you know, like reserving, you know what I'm saying? Like giving so many minutes, or, you know, like, I mean, I thought he was great for Phoenix. Every team he's been to, I thought he was a great addition because he's that good of a ball handler. You know what I mean?
See, the thing is, it's something about him. Nobody likes Chris Paul, bro. Like, for real, like, I remember seeing Boogie one time, like, on the sideline, this like, cussing at him. It was like, man, that's why don't nobody mess with you in the first place.
You said that, huh?
Like, Boogie raw.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it was like, he just straight out just came out and said it to him. That's why but he said he was cussing, though.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that, on the platform.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Exactly what he said.
Cuss words are words that's in a dictionary to define. So if you say a word, man,
it is.
Are they adverbs, nouns?
But it can get us flagged. So I'm just like, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to be myself on the podcast.
All right. That's what's up. But yeah, you got anything else you want to add?
Okay, not about Chris Paul, but we got to talk about Anthony Davis.
Oh, okay. Let's talk. What's going on with AD?
All right, so the Lakers are not extending Anthony Davis's contract. Pretty much for the same reason what's going on with Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? They don't know if they can look at him as the future because he's always getting hurt.
Yeah.
He's always getting hurt for some reason. And I'm just like, I don't understand why. But I feel like he should be more tougher. I mean, he did come back in the playoffs and did ball out and stuff like that, but he did get a little injury where he had to get carted off in a wheelchair.
That was comically hilarious, man. Because I don't think you got hit that hard, man. Where whatever, you know what I mean. But
we're not about to go there. We're not about to go there because know what we gonna say. Y'all know what we gonna say. We talk about it all the time about these light skinned cats always being soft,
right?
But we're not gonna go there this episode.
Yeah, we gonna keep it going, keep it moving.
Okay.
But
so
he do get injured a lot, man, and
every year
is something. You know what I mean? I don't know if some of these cats are really taking the off season, serious to where they're getting themselves ready for next year or not. I don't know what the case may be, but and it don't look like he's doing a whole lot that's causing him to get injured. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like he's night after night banging in the paint. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna say he ain't jumping for boards because he is, man, but it ain't like he's banging every night. He's coming down point guard. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just a thing with big men. The bigger you are, I guess the harder you fall or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, they get injured easier than others. I don't know.
I think what it is that growth spurt that happened to him. Because, he was a point guard first. Yeah. And then he just had this massive growth spurt that turned him into a power forward / center. Yeah. So, like, that's the reason why his handles and his shooting is so good. So, I think, like, it's one of those things where his body wasn't ready for that growth. Yeah. That's what I feel like personally. I don't really know.
And that's where you have to get your body ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of cats, they talk about when they train with Kobe or when they play with Kobe, they talk about, I'm going to the club. Kobe, like, I'm going to the gym. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, AI is another one. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You have to condition your body, and condition your body to be ready for whatever. And I don't think a lot of these cats are not doing that. And then that's why they're suffering a lot of injuries and stuff like that. So if they don't extend his contract, what do you think's next for him? You think a trade coming or?
Probably, most likely, that's what's going to happen to AD. But I don't see AD wanting to leave Los Angeles and going somewhere else.
Like, where is he going to go? Like, where he would fit in well?
Like, bro, the only thing, because I can't see a trade being done between DeAndre Ayton and Anthony Davis. I can't see LeBron wanting to play with, you know what I'm saying, with him. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the way that Ayton been playing, he ain't been showing up. And so, like, LeBron don't let stuff like that pop off. He don't like people like that.
He gonna call you an agent.
Yeah, like, you gonna come in this game and you gonna give me 100%. If you don't, I'm getting you shipped out immediately. Right. So, like, I don't know, man. But something gonna happen between with the Ayton thing in Phoenix and then with Anthony Davis. I don't know where they're gonna go. Because I ain't really heard too much more after I seen and I read on the little article I was reading about Anthony Davis. I ain't seen too much more about that. But as far as DeAndre Ayton, he definitely going to go somewhere this season.
Well, we'll see, man. We'll see in the off season, man. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of moves and stuff like that. So we'll see how everything shape up in the off season going into the next season. So, and they also too, real quick, I want to talk about that. I just thought about this. They are implementing a mid-season tournament in NBA. Have you heard about that? No. Yeah, it's a miss. It's kind of like some college thing. You know how they have like the NIT. What is that? I don't know. I mean, like. I mean, we're going to talk about this more like on another show too. You know what I'm saying? They're implementing because the commissioner was talking to Ernie, Shaq, and all them after either game 3 or game 4, and Chuck was saying, "How is this going to benefit the league?" He was saying, kind of explaining it, and I'm like the NBA ain't broke because of the current system. The NBA is broke to me because there's no defense. You know what I mean? Like certain things, if they're not broke, don't try to fix it. Yeah. And I don't agree. I mean, we'll see. You know, maybe it will be some type of thing. But he said it isn't going to take it away from the regular season, but it's going to have some type of tournament. He was saying these teams can get in it, kind of like college. Like throughout the season, they be having NIT mid-tournaments and stuff like that. So he said it's not going to take it away from the regular season, but we'll see when they implement it, see how it works. But I don't think the NBA is broke because of the current 82 games. You know what I'm saying? That's always been fine. You know what I mean? It's broke somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So they're adding stuff that I don't think is really necessary. But, hey, whatever. They know what we don't know, I guess. You know.
I feel like by them doing that, a lot of players is going to get hurt. Like, they already getting hurt because they put more stress on their body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like, we already know how it go. Like, all these NBA players, they always low manage.
Yeah. And that's what Barkley was saying. He's like, well, we already have a problem with guys wanting to play now. You know, how's this? You know, how is this going to work out? You know, with the low management and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see, man. When all this stuff gets put in there, man. Like, you know, we'll see, man. But hopefully they find a way to fix the NBA, make it a little more interesting. You know, like whatever. But what else you got to add, cuz? You got some more notes?
Yeah, I got a couple more.
I'm out of water.
You killed that water. You dehydrated, fool? You dehydrated?
I don't know, man. I just want to drink some water today, man.
Okay, so what we haven't talked about is, do you think that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown need to be split apart?
I've been hearing about that. I don't think they need to be split apart. I think they need to add something that's going to get them over the hump. Because with them two dudes, they're really not the leaders. They're more, I wouldn't say follow the leader, but they more like Boston needs like that dude, you know what I'm saying? And then those kind of like not really role players, but good players that step up when they got to. I don't think they need to be broken up. I think Boston needs something, you know what I'm saying? Something else. Like that squad they got, I think they should keep it. They're just missing a key part. I think they're really missing that real facilitator, someone to take over the game that, you know, that's going to help them, you know, step up, you know what I'm saying? It's going to hold them accountable. So I don't think they need to be separated.
All right, so my take on it is this, like, whose team is it?
I mean, no, without a doubt, it's Tatum's team.
Okay, so we both know that.
Yeah.
I don't think Jaylen Brown knows
that. I think he do. I think he knows his role. You know, like he don't really say too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he know that role, his role. You know what I'm saying? That's why they work so well. You know what I'm saying? He's taking a back seat, and when he needs to step up, he will. You know what I mean? But he also disappears as well. You know, I don't think breaking him up is what they need. You know what I mean? They just needed that person that hold everybody accountable. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, take the shot. You know what I'm saying? You know, something like that. You know what I mean? Like box out, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so basically what you're saying, they need like a Rondo Ranja, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody,
You know what I'm saying? They need somebody that's going to hold people accountable. But like from what I'm hearing, man, like a lot of people are saying that Jaylen Brown might be leaving.
He might, you know what I'm saying?
So,
he might.
We don't know. It might.
We'll see.
This off season might be
it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
It might be wild. So.
We'll see, but I don't think they need to be separated. But that's probably, you know what I mean, that's what I'm hearing a lot too. I think that may end up being the case, you know what I mean, Brown going somewhere else, and you know what I mean, and basically when he do go somewhere, whatever team he go to, he's going to be the man unless he go join up with somebody else. But if he go to a team, you definitely you got to take your game to the next level. So now we're really going to see where you at. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it, man. Like they should stay together, but they might end up breaking them up and going a different direction with the Boston team. You know what I mean? Like, and Horford, man, he been in the league since the Stone Ages, man. Like he old for real, man.
He is, but he's still playing
at a high level.
good, though, you know
he is, man. Like, cause he was back with Atlanta and them back in the day when they was was running.
When they had that good old team, man.
Yeah,
man, I used to love that team too.
Yeah, I thought they was going to win a title, man. They had a good running gun team, man. Yep. But you got anything? You got any more notes?
Nah, I think that's the last thing I wanted to really talk about for real.
All right, that's what's up, man. Well, that's it, man. Well, until next time, I'm Truth.
I'm your boy T.A. Slash.
We out the pocket.
We are out the pocket.
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer!
The Bears are who we thought they were.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked.
I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
I just hope we can win a game.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.